Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Check this out, guys, from Metaco. From just a day ago, Ripple and Metaco are platinum sponsors of the Crypto Assets Conference in Frankfurt, guys. That's coming up on April the 16th, so about a week away. Here's what Metaco posted on their LinkedIn. We are proud to announce that we are a sponsor of the Crypto Assets Conference in Frankfurt, April 16th. The conference will provide a platform to discuss the latest developments in digital assets, tokenization, crypto assets, Web3, and plenty more. We look forward to contributing to these developments and sharing an insight on our work, as well as connecting with other fellow industry drivers. And one of the higher end sponsors here, a platinum sponsor, Ripple and Metaco, working together to get the word out, talk about crypto assets, custody in Metaco's case, and how the world is changing, digitization, tokenization, so many concepts that the industry is, for the older players, the legacy players, old school bankers, the ones that are probably very close to retirement or maybe a decade away, let's say, they still need to understand how this new emerging financial system is going to work. I mean, there's so much involved in this, so many angles to be looking at. So there you guys go. Ripple and Metaco, one of the co-sponsors, platinum sponsors of this crypto assets event in Frankfurt. So I wanted to thank XRP Drops just for bringing that to our attention. Mr. Man here bringing this to our attention, though. Singapore Tourism Board and Phone PE is boosting UPI payments. Now, Phone PE or Phone Pay, I don't know. They've been a Ripple partner for a while. Well, the Singapore Tourism Board and PhonePe, they entered a 2-year strategic partnership to promote UPI payments for Indian visitors in Singapore. Indian travelers can now use the PhonePe app for instant, seamless, and secure payments across 8,000 plus merchants in Singapore, enhancing their experience in the island city. The Singapore Tourism Board, or the STB, and PhonePe have entered in a 2-year MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. This collaboration builds on the existing unified payments infrastructure, or interface rather, which is also connected to Ripple through that Indian payment provider. That linkage between India and Singapore now, which allows customers to make instant cross-border transactions between the two countries directly from their existing Indian bank accounts. So it's probably made it a lot easier that UPI was involved, considering they also do have a connection to Ripple, and so does this company here, PhonePe. Across Southeast Asia, there's already so many partnerships that I feel like connecting the technology is probably a lot easier than in some cases. This strategic alliance, though, underscores the shared commitments of STB and PhonePe to add value to the overall experience of travelers exploring the vibrant city of Singapore by making it possible for them to use familiar services like UPI payments during their stay. So some great news here coming out of Southeast Asia, looking to boost tourism in Singapore specifically through this unified payment system. And, tourism for those industries, for those, for those countries that are very tourism dependent, having these real-time cross-border payment type systems leveraging the XRPL in this case will only benefit their industry. Make it easy for tourists to be able to pay in their common currency, in their fiat, their national fiat currency, and pay into the local currency. This just makes it easier for everybody involved, especially if we can, nix out a lot of those exchange rates, at least make them a little more manageable, something that is fair, that feels fair for the tourists, so they don't feel like they're being gouged. So, I'm hoping that this is where it's going to go. Anyway, wanted to thank Mr. Man for posting that. Guys, I also happen to see this with regards to Ripple partner TerraPay. They just received an MPI license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. This is a significant milestone, solidifying TerraPay's position as a cross-border payment powerhouse. So TerraPay, like I said, a Ripple partner, now they have 11 licenses and 19 regulatory approvals in 30 markets globally. So with this approval from the MAS, TerraPay is now set to redefine the payments landscape by offering services across account issuance, domestic and cross-border money transfers, merchant acquisition, and e-money issuance, catering to the growing demand for efficient and transparent payment solutions in the region. Commenting on the announcement was their managing director here. He said, being granted this license by the MAS, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, is a big milestone for TerraPay, especially as we expand our reach and services across geographical borders. This achievement underscores our ongoing dedication to upholding the highest standards of regulatory compliance and reinforces our commitment to providing transparent, frictionless, and simplified payment services. As we continue to grow, we're excited to prioritize the development of strategic cross-border payment partnerships and innovative solutions to help simplify global money movement. Global money movement, again, this is, this goes back to, and by the way, this is another story that has to do with Singapore with regards to the Monetary Authority of Singapore. This goes back to making it, a seamless experience for, well, in this case, it was tourism. For this case, they don't really outline the reason, but of course, TerraPay, another money-moving application, probably going to help with the same bottom line, making it easier for cross-border payments to be seamless in the country of Singapore. So some great news there. Also happen to see this, guys, with regards to Ripple partner Tranglo. They're also expanding cross-borders to over 30 e-wallets worldwide. Tranglo's direct-to-wallet transfers now eliminate the need for intermediaries, making remittances more accessible by ensuring funds are available to recipients immediately. So there's a need for this, and they're finding that if they can target the customers, market it right, people will use the technology. Obviously, it's a better mousetrap, so why wouldn't they use a better mousetrap? If it runs on DLT, if it's running on RippleNet, people don't even have to know that. They just have to know that it works. But this is again where the money's going to come from, and I mean, the clients, the customers using these technologies, giving them their money, paying in, whatever it is, if they charge fees or whatever. This is how they're going to generate their revenue. This is especially important for millions of rural recipients. So, you target, certain segments of the population too that, in other cases just don't have a choice. Obviously, they're going to choose a better option. So these people often lack the traditional financial institutions. So receiving money through e-wallets, which stay open 24/7, is a reliable and convenient alternative. And so Tranglo Group CEO Jackie Lee, he said, "Our data shows that cross-border transactions to e-wallets have doubled since 2021. Across the board, e-wallet payouts are outpacing banking channels this year, with some corridors like GCC to Pakistan experiencing a surge of nearly 400% in transactions since 2021. So in only 3 years, they're seeing a 400% increase for these types of cross-border instant payments. And this is just from one company, okay? This is just from Tranglo alone. So the quote goes on to say, "It's all about helping businesses create more value. For example, one of our biggest partners in the UAE saw an 8-fold increase in transactions to Pakistan and Indonesia after adding our wallet's payout service. The growth opportunity presented by eWallet cannot be overstated. Tranglo's direct-to-wallet transfers are available in Bangladesh, Cambodia, China, Indonesia, Nepal, Pakistan, and the Philippines and Vietnam, with more to follow. Digital wallets have experienced exponential growth, especially after the pandemic." Well, I don't see why it wouldn't, considering there was that whole narrative surrounding that. I mean, the world has changed so much in the last 4 years. And I mean, even the guys over there orchestrating the Great Reset, they even said flat out, I mean, it would be a terrible thing to waste this opportunity. And while they were very vague about the details, but I think we get the sense of where this is going. And so, here we're seeing this is just, a small piece of the puzzle, but really so much is changing. So much is currently changing and will continue to change throughout 2024 into the coming decades when it comes to the financial system. And, I'm just happy I'm invested in a cryptocurrency that is going to be the underpinning of such a financial system. So anyway, some more great news here from Ripple partner Tranglo. Chad Steingraber also making note of this. The reason the QR code networks are so significant is because you only need a mobile phone number, a digital wallet, and a network ID. So this is a new system that they're ushering in. I was talking about this, I believe, in yesterday's video, which I will link up here in the top right-hand corner, about these QR code-based transfer systems and how, it's going to be pretty much no competition. You don't need a bank account. You need a phone, right? You need your money. You need a connectivity. You need your phone and basically a QR code, and you're ready to go. This is how we've been transferring cryptocurrency for a decade plus now. So this completely bypasses traditional rails like Swift. You don't even need a bank account. So, you think about what the BRICS are doing, and you think about how, the system is really transferring the landscape, just completely turning the idea of payments upside down on its head. Singapore and India's real-time payment linkage goes live. So talked a little bit about this, the QR code payments, the BRICS countries obviously playing a big role in this too. They have much more influence than they used to have 20, 25, 30 years ago. So BRICS countries on board, these payment systems are now becoming ubiquitous. Swift is becoming less and less important. And DLT technology is at the forefront. So when we see headlines like this, it does get me wondering. All things are happening very, very soon, guys. Today is Monday, April the 8th, the day of the eclipse. So if you were wondering, is it a coincidence this is happening on the day of the eclipse? I think not. This one courtesy of Cypress Domenicor here on Twitter. April the 8th, 2024. The CHIPS ISO 20022 migration is now confirmed, okay? And then by March 10th, 2025, FedWire The Big Bang migration is planned for U.S. banks. Then by November 2025, this is the full target, okay, for full migration for the SWIFT community. And we got all the dates down in here. So April 2024, it is funny now that they're pinpointing the date to April the 8th specifically, the day of the eclipse. So that brings me to this, and some people in the XRP community, I mean, some people just on Twitter, are getting a little suspicious, and I think you would probably be too if you saw this on the news. Concerned citizen here saying, America solar eclipse warning. Guys, this is what they're saying on the news.
Taking precautions before a big travel day is smart. If you'll be traveling around Ohio, motorists should be sure to frequently top off their gas tanks, and to fully charge their electric vehicles. Have a preparedness kit in your car and items like paper maps, snacks, drinks, cash, and a cell phone charger. It's a good idea also to have a communications plan if you're traveling with your family or friends in case you're separated. Know where to meet up, have a place to meet up, know where to take shelter if there's an event. Having those discussions ahead of time are critically important to help thwart any type of confusion that may happen in large crowds. And while traveling, if you're taking your pets, please take stuff for them as well, right? A bowl for water, those kinds of things.
Frequently top up your gas tanks, charge your electric vehicle, have a preparedness kit, items like maps, snacks, drinks, and cell phone chargers, have a communications plan, know where to take shelter if there's an event. An event? What kind of an event are they even suggesting we're going to see? Have these conversations ahead of time is important. Is this an eclipse, or is this just one massive psyop, or do they know something we don't know? Check this out. Emergency. I'm just going to type in emergency eclipse, okay, in Google here, and just check this out. If I go to news here, some other warnings, okay. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders declares a state of emergency ahead of the eclipse. Solar eclipse group launches legal challenge over Niagara state of emergency. So that is in Niagara Falls. If the eclipse deserves a state of emergency, why not the true crisis we face? Okay, that's another outlet there giving their opinion. How about from the Weather Network? Will massive clouds disrupt cell service emergency alerts during the eclipse? So this is the first time I've heard that we should be worried of an eclipse. It really does get me wondering. Down here, Susie Q said, I remember when the only instruction was not to look directly at the sun. So is something bigger happening here, guys? Is there something that they're trying to pull, maybe a coordinated black swan event? I don't know. I mean, you might be watching this as the eclipse is happening, and nothing may happen at all. But it is interesting. Tomorrow on April the 8th, 2024, Ripple partner ACI Worldwide, which supports 9% of global SWIFT traffic, has confirmed that the new instant payment regulation will also come into effect. So guys, there's another one. We have the BRICS nations now going on to QR transfers. CHIPS ISO set to happen April the 8th. And now we got ACI Worldwide. They say they have confirmed that the new instant payment regulation will come into effect on this date. Furthermore, a total solar eclipse will take place on Monday, April 8th. Here's the document. ACI does support around 9% of global SWIFT traffic and approximately 30% in the United States. ACI also offers services to banks around the world wanting to connect to and leverage the SWIFT Global Payment Initiative, or GPI. ACI also supports real-time schemes around the world. Guys, ACI is one of Ripple's largest partners. The trifecta, I call them, Temenos, ACI, and Finastra. So this is happening around the world, meaning that any bank can use real-time payment systems to support SWIFT, Fin, GPI, DLT, example, Ripple. So they actually mentioned Ripple in here. Wire and immediate payments. And so Emily here also posting this from ACI. ACI Worldwide did say with the official publication in the European Journal that the EU has today confirmed that new instant payment regulation will come into effect on April the 8th. Now take a look at this path, okay? United States Space Commander and that zone of totality forming the X, guys. Are we noticing something that they want to hide in plain sight? I don't know. All things that make me go, a possible Black Swan event. Well, the eclipse hasn't happened yet as I'm recording this video. I guess we will have to see. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.